what are you doing? And I looked down behind me, and hopefully this thing will work. No, oh yes it does, there, if you can see the arrow. Looked down behind me, and just there was the previous camp. And looking down at the previous camp, the relatively lush, oxygen-rich atmosphere down there, and then looking up ahead of me, and the summit was more than a vertical mile away, not horizontal, vertical mile, over 5,000 feet. And I thought, I can hardly go up 1 foot. How on earth am I going to keep going for 5,000 feet? And this was probably the closest point I came to giving up and just thinking, it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless because I can hardly walk here, so how am I going to do it up there? I just want to go back down to the nice, comfortable tent and the relatively oxygen-rich atmosphere down there. And I really had to kick myself and say, Jake, come on, pull your finger out, let's sort this out. Let's completely change your mentality in terms of how you're approaching this mountain. Let's not worry about the summit. Let's not even worry about Camp 3 or Camp 2. All you're going to do is focus on that little mound of snow, that twist in the rope, that knot, whatever it might be, 10, 15 feet in front of you. And you're going to do everything within your legs and your power and your energy to get to that point. When you get there, then you can have another think and maybe go back down. And you keep going, you'd be pushing on, and halfway through, your legs would be shaking like this, like Elvis, and all you'd want to do is collapse. And you say, come on, just a few more steps. And as you reach the little mound, you look at another one, 10 feet. And that's all it was, just one footstep at a time, continually pushing yourself. And I think that this is an incredibly important lesson in life, because sometimes the ultimate goal can seem impossible. And given your situation right here, and then looking up at that, it seems might as well be a million miles away rather than a vertical mile. And yet, if you break down this impossible problem down into lots of small, slightly more manageable chunks, then you can keep going and push on. And just by doing one at a time, just by jumping through the hoops, and you set your own levels and your own goals, suddenly you'll arrive at the end. And I'm sure it must be very similar to how a lot of you are feeling. You're sitting there, you've got your scroll, you've got the letters after your name if that's what you've achieved, or you've got the achievement, and that's absolutely fantastic. Think back to when you first enrolled, and how far away the end seemed, and how impossible the final exams might have been at that point. And yet, you carried on.